you have your Bibles with you, kindly join us in reading our passage for today, found in the book of Numbers, chapter 13, verses 23 to 33. Again, it's Numbers, chapter 13, 23 to 33. It says, When they reached the valley of Eshcol, they cut off a branch bearing a single cluster of grapes. Two of them carried it on a pole between them, along with some pomegranates and figs. That place was called the Valley of Eshcol because of the cluster of grapes the Israelites cut off there. At the end of 40 days, they returned from exploring the land. They came back to Moses and Aaron and the whole Israelite community at Kadesh in the desert of Paran. There they reported to them and to the whole assembly and showed them the fruit of the land. They gave Moses this account. We went into the land to which you sent us, and it does flow with milk and honey. Here is its fruit. But the people who live there are powerful, and the cities are fortified and very large. We even saw descendants of Anak there. The Amalekites live in the Negev. The Hittites, Jebusites, and Amorites live in the hill country. And the Canaanites live near the sea and along the Jordan. Then Caleb silenced the people before Moses and said, We should go up and take possession of the land, for we can certainly do it. But the men who had gone up with him said, We can't attack those people. They are stronger than we are. And they spread among the Israelites a bad report about the land they had explored. They said, The land we explored devours those living in it. All the people we saw there are of great size. We saw the Nephilim there. The descendants of Anak came from the Nephilim. We seemed like grasshoppers in our own eyes, and we looked the same to them. This is the word of the Lord. I have just noticed that our passage today is full of number 3. 13, 23, 33. Last Thursday, we had the opportunity to join the whole city of ministers in a seminar sponsored by Dr. Florentino Alerta and Chaplain's Office of Iloilo Mission Hospital entitled Changing My Perspective in My Ministry. And as I listened to that, I told myself, well, yeah, it's about time that we ask ourselves, what is my perspective? Or in what view am I looking things at? And with that, I would like to test our perspective today. Let's have, good morning, doggy. My guest kami ngayon, friends. We have a little doggy here. Alright. Ano yung name mo na yung ka? Ano yung ngalan? Panda Kikik. Alright. I hope the picture is clear. Alright. Now, I have here two people as well. I'm sharing this to them here. What do you think are these two people doing? Those there, share your opinions. Another times. Gapamalandong, they're meditating. They might be depressed, okay. Basig binayaan, okay. Or maybe, since the one in blue is a guy, and the one wearing a jacket, we don't know if it's a girl or a guy. Maybe they're having a relationship. Gasong gudanay sila nga duwa. Okay. May LQ sila nga duwa. Okay. Because we don't exactly know. So our perspective depends on their non-verbals. But how about the next one? Share naman kayo dyan. Mag-participate naman kayo. Here. Both of them are crying this time. Okay, women are expressive. Okay. I was looking for another picture ng lalaki ang gahibi, but gapanago. Okay. But could also be tears of joy. Okay? Exactly. So it does not mean that if you see a person crying, it's always sadness. May pinagdadaanan. But actually, surprisingly, when I search for pictures, these two videos are under tears of joy. As a tears of sadness, wala sang the move. Puro pictures lang siya. How about, eto may konting teaser tayo. Just to have fun. Okay. How many faces can you see? How many faces can you see? How about you guys online? How many faces can you see? Ando tayo sa tatlo. Okay. How many faces? Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. Obviously, may dako nga ulo, kalbo, kag may babayi. Okay, tatlo sila. Only tatlo? Okay. Hindi na ako mag-share sa inyo. Ituturo ko sa kanila yung sagot. We have here 9 faces. Yeah. Where does this 9 faces hide? Okay. These are the 9 faces. Obviously, here's one, kakalbo. Ikaduha. This one standing. And then this, mother. But how about here? How many faces can you see here? Here is one, the big one, and then the other one is here, the other one is here. So tatlo. And then this one over here. We also have here, and then we also have one here. And then, if you would look closely, you can also see one here in the wall. Sakit tutok ni Pastor Charlie. Okay? So there's 9. Okay? But here is a challenging one. I will not ask you to count how many faces, because as I was searching on this, I found two versions. The other one has 13, the other one has 15. But I can only name or cite 9. But the bottom line there, my dear friends, is that what perspective are we looking at? How do we look at things? Reverend Wayne emphasized to us, which I kind of agree as well, that there are only two perspectives in the world. The perspective of the world and God's perspective. The biblical perspective. This morning, we are reminded in this story of Caleb, when Moses sent them to spy on the land. Many of them had different perspectives. One view says it's full of milk and honey, delicious grapes. But people are big, giants, and we are like grasshoppers. At least grasshoppers, no? Dako-dako pa, hindi siya daw tsanga or daw ilaga kadako. So bagay mas dako ang ilaga sa grasshopper, no? Or daw hindi langaw kadako. But as they discuss, Caleb says, we can beat them. We can overpower them. How about us today? In what perspective are we looking at things? Election is fast approaching. Yesterday, there was a big rally at the sports complex. I think it's Stand for Jesus, something like that. March for Jesus. And Manny Pacquiao was there kahapon. No? Manny Pacquiao was there. And that they had raffles. They raffled a lot of widescreen TVs. Of course not. Of course not. We had, may ticket sila eh. Yeah. A friend of mine also said, Pastor, just come, and because he is one of the organizers, may extra ticket pa ko to. He is from MPIG. But we had a class yesterday kay Ma'am Page. So, yeah. It was 6 to 9 p.m. Yeah, at Baptist Center. Yeah, concert man to siya. Yeah. Also have the pastor's wives yesterday and Friday. So, but the bottom line is like, we can already hear a lot of pros and cons to different people who wanted to run for public office. Bashers left and right, positive and negative. And upon hearing this, in what perspective are we looking at things? Okay? What is our view? Where are we looking at things? One pastor who asked the speaker last Thursday, I don't know if you would agree with me or Antitypes would agree with me, humble niya, pastors should have a wide perspective. We should be broad in our views of life. Do you agree or disagree? Agree. Tata, agree or disagree? Okay, Uncle Vince. So on the next, agree ka or disagree? Pastor should have a broad perspective. Hindi kay pastor siya mo sambal niya, we pastor should have a broad perspective because sambal sila nga pastor, if our congregation would ask us a certain question, we should look at things in different perspectives. You will be surprised what the speaker said. He said, if you answer your congregation with the very things they want to hear, then in whose perspective are you looking at? It's the world's perspective or the Bible's perspective. And so he said, if you are really a pastor, you should only have one perspective. That's God's perspective. No matter what the issues is, answer them in what the Bible tells us. And so I told myself, yeah, the question of that pastor is very good. We should have broad perspectives. But again, as pastors, we are expected to pull back and address the issue in the light of the Scriptures. And Thursday night came, until kagabi, I asked myself, what are the possible topics that my members and friends would possibly ask me that I cannot find a biblical passage? And until this morning, I cannot think of one. Can you help me think of one situation or one possible question that the Bible is silent about? Please help me. Nawala, no? Diba? Thursday night until gabi, I keep asking that question. What possible? Okay, may point eh. The pastor has a point. And Reverend Wayne also has a point. And so I ask myself, what is my perspective? Amo gani, so I learned what? And exactly, Manay. It's all in the Bible. And this morning, I just got my answer when I read again our passage. Although kagabi kapila ko siya basahon. But then, while I was reading this passage, verse 30, then Caleb silenced the people before Moses and said, it is in our silence that we can hear the voice of the Lord. Because no matter how hard we try to ask ourselves and address certain issues, the more noise, the noisier it gets in our brains. But when we keep quiet, it is where we can hear a better perspective. Yesterday, we were talking in our class with Ma'am Paige about family dynamics, addressing family concerns. What is a family? How do we address and understand the members of our family? And so, I was pondering and reflecting last night. I said, Lord, you allowed these people, Caleb and his group, to see delicious, maybe big grapes. Dumala inom, well, bunch of them, clusters of them. Meaning, you have allowed us to see the beauty of our faith when we are walking with you. We also touched some of our brethren, pastors, who are in the ministry and yet transferred to another group, which is questionable. And so we said, what kind of foundation do they have? But as I was reading this again this morning before leaving the house, I said, Lord, different opinions. Why is it, Lord, that our churches are still multiplying by division? Why is it, Lord, that a little insignificant issue turns out to become a forest fire? Why? Maybe because we are looking at different perspectives. Kamahal sang manok. One viral video right now is somewhere in, I'm not sure kung sa Cebu na siya natabo, that farmer who was sitting in his motorcycle, a little maybe drunk, or according to one post, he was under the influence of liquor, pero hindi daw much. And he was carrying a knife because he is a farmer. Pero ang LTO grabbed him, and somehow you can see in the video, exerted a little force. Maybe more force, kaya daw drag siya. And so many would see a lot of comments, both positive and negative. But who is on the right track here? But one comment that really struck me and said, you are the people in power. How do you perform your power? And so again, upon reflecting on it and our meditation this morning, as Christians, we all have the power. Right? We all have the power. The power to destroy and the power to let live. How are we using our powers? Are we using them to belittle people or to kill people? Or are we using them to make people live? Uplift, correct. Our tongues are just very tiny part of our bodies, but they can kill. Yes, Manay.
I was just imagining, I haven't seen the video of the farmer. However, years ago, ang mga farmer sa atin, malayo na ang mga umangan nila. May mga sarap lang sila maila. May mga outside, may mga rest, whatever. Always rest to do. So, kasi kung mga areas sa atin. But they are always carrying mga
knives.
Sabi ko, hindi lang ng knife, kundi
binako. Talibong.
Siga ako ng
adlaw.
Because when they pass a certain place, sila ako lang parang, ang baso
reason.
Pero ay, ang happy na wala naman natapos sa amin. Kasi kung tinuro ka, dipin na rin. Ang dipin na sa actually, one actually.
Okay. Yeah, you know. And so this person repeatedly say, farmer ako. I'm a farmer. You know. But on the other hand, the LTO is also correct. Why are you bringing a knife and you are under the influence of liquor? May point man siya. So, paano niya administer ang iya nga power?
And how will we know na amount of liquor sa lawas ng tao is already beyond?
Correct. Kaya wala niya according to the video, wala siya wala sang breath analyzer or ang sa US lang may mga let the person walk straight or something like that. He was just dragged from his motorcycle na he was sitting. But here, the question again is, in what perspective are we looking at? Yes, we argue because arguing is healthy. We discuss things, but sometimes our intonation, our eyes, correct. Yesterday in the class, we were laughing because when our teacher went in, we were giving her that crazy look, and she just laughed at us because we are crazy in our class. So we would talk a lot of things, crazy things, but yet reflect on it in the light of pastoral counseling and how would we deal with this, whether it's on a secular opinion or in a biblical perspective. But here, Caleb silenced the people by saying that we can overthrow them. Life is tough nowadays. Difficult. Diba? But I'm very sure 10 years ago or 20 years ago, life is already tough. During the time of Caleb and Moses, life is also tough. But maybe on a certain level, on a certain degree. But somehow, in my opinion, in my perspective, life is getting tougher because we now have technology. Everything is in the tip of our hands. Everything is there. But in what perspective are we looking at things? If we look around us, look at your neighbor, or if you are there in your houses, look at the next person that you can see. Why is that person standing or sitting or looking at you that way? What is your perspective? Putting modesty aside, I don't know if you would agree with them. Cute daw ako sa po. Fresh na fresh. For the last 48 hours, I had a few friends who would say, "Uy, nag-slim ka? You look younger." Nagpakalbol ako, naka-shave, younger na yun. And so I said, wow, I'm flattered, but I would agree na nagniwang ako. But people would have different perspectives. And so I told a very good friend of mine yesterday, looks are deceiving. And then she also laughed with me and said, yeah, okay na friend, maskin wala lang kita yasang natapos ng mga activities, or even though our schedules is so piled up, we lack sleep, our pockets are are torn because everything is just going down. Importante you are cute. Happy. Diba? So yeah, if we worry, what does Matthew say? If you worry, can you add a single minute or second in your lives? Right? The grass of the fields do not worry, yet the Lord God clothed them beautifully. And so, my dear friends and brethren, this month, we will be talking about perspectives. What is your perspective in life? I'm very happy that many of our friends on social media who are watching right now are young people. Ikaw lang sapat na, di ba? Ang iyang nga name, ikaw lang sapat na. Sana lang may magsasabi din sa akin, ikaw lang sapat na. Sorry. Right? But yes, what kind of perspective are we giving our young people? Many of our young people right now are, the first thing that comes to my mind are crazy and stupid. But who is to be blamed? Why are our young people crazy and stupid? Because simply, these are the kinds of examples that we are showing them. Diba? If we show our next generation of good values, then they will also follow it up. My nephew in my third cousin side, the son of Jessie Lynn, I saw the video. His girlfriend celebrated her debut. And during the 18 roses, abs pila ka na gani? 16 pa lang, no? Hopefully, kung mag-debut ka man, it's the first time I saw this one. So my nephew sa cousin side ko mga third degree na, before he danced with his girlfriend, you know what he did? He got 2 roses. Ang isa, he gave it to the father, nagmano siya. The second, he gave it to the mother, nagmano man siya before he danced with his girlfriend. What a respect. And so my cousin said, dito ako naiyak. Diba? Yeah. Because it is the kind of example that my cousin and her husband train their children to be respectful. Diba? Though they are in a very advanced country sa Europe, but then the tradition, the culture, the value of being a respectful Filipino is very strong. So I salute Jason sa UK.
So ang birthday party sa UK?
Dito sa UK, yeah.
Pero ang birthday sa Pilipinas?
Yes. It's a Filipino community. Yeah. Yeah, this is the first time I saw this and said, wow. Diba? How about us here in the Philippines? At home, correct.
First 7 years ng bata.
Exactly. Train up a child in the way he should go. So proud, and he will not depart from it. Yeah. And so, with this, who is to be blamed that our next generation is having a twisted perspective.
Parents, the environment.
Correct. The parents, the environment, social media.
Yeah.
Diba? Garbage in, garbage out. So for this month, my dear friends, we would be reflecting and asking ourselves, how or in what perspective am I viewing these things? I just hope and pray that as we reflect on our different perspectives, we can also see beyond. Not just rely on the nonverbals of people. We should not be deceived by the things that we see. Or we should not just rely on the actual things. Because the Bible says we are of this world. We are in this world, but we are not of this world. I do hope and pray that as we look forward in the month of March, maybe it's about time we ask ourselves, in what perspective am I looking at things? Try, Abby, and next week I will ask you, was there a difference with how you view things? Did it make your life simpler, a little wrinkle-free, or it made it worse? Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening.